Dear one, man is not a hunter. He's a seeker, a looker. He conceives and he seeks it out. He walks to it. He can walk from Siberia down into India. From the top of Scotland to the bottom of England. He can migrate. Not fast, just walks. He has legs. He has arms that can reach out. He can pick. Not claw, not tear, not crush in his hands, but reach out, pick fruit. He's a seeker. He can conceive of and pursue. And in that sense, he's like the tortoise compared to the hare. He sort of gets there by sheer attrition. Just keeps plodding on. It's a bit slow. It looks inferior compared to the predators and to those that, like the gazelle and the horse, that can just fly along the road almost. And the birds that can fly, he seems stuck on the ground. Yet he can control the whole planet and does, in his way, okay, childish way, but do you see what man is? Know who you are. Your diet, your activity, your faith, your trust, the way you live unfolds accordingly. Astonishing. Neither the biggest, nor the fastest, nor the fiercest, nor the strongest, but potentially the wisest and the most creative. How come? How can this be? Amazing. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Now, we have this ability of sight. It's not as sharp as the eagle. It may be better in some other ways. Don't know. Something like 80% of the brain is occupied in handling sight. And perhaps they include in that thinking about what we see. I'm not sure. But we're not just a seeker, you see. We look for, we search out. Seek and you will find. And the analogy in spiritual things too, Gnostic you might think, but when he makes the blind to see, you might think literally of some physical miracle. But we also think spiritually, to see, to understand, to realize. And perhaps this extraordinary ability of the human brain to handle sight in the way that it does is training or development for knowing the thoughts of God, being sensitive to how he is, who he is, what his values are. Guidance, leading, understanding, wisdom, These things are particularly developed in man, this ability to do such. We value to be thoughtful, think before you act, be wise, consider, become aware of, conscious of. Dear one, we're training for heaven. For in heaven, there is not the physical. Only, if you like, the word's not ideal, but the mental. Thought and values, propensity to do, motivation, kindness, love, joy, true life, abundant life, life eternal. As he says to the rich young ruler, if you would enter into life, keep the principles of life, keep the commandments. True life is not what you think. You identify it with physical body and what you can do in this world. Whereas you are spirit, not body. In Eastern terms, your body gives you a delusion. It's an imprisonment. It's a limitation. It's something that gives you limited access to God as regards your access to Him, not His access to you, of course. And that limitation gives you an uncertainty and a freedom, a not knowing, ignorance, if you like. And in such you can live out some of your desires and find them not to be that desirable after all. And so you, in an Eastern view, whittle down your purposes and your desires and your values to those that bring true joy and peace and happiness. You come to value rightly, to have right values. But you are the values that drive you. In other words, you move towards, therefore, a completeness, what we might use the word perfection, but a completeness that makes you appropriate for heaven, not a problem there, and most appreciative there. In fact, such a blessing there. You and I, we will be a great blessing to heaven. Amazingly, because of the goodness of heaven, in particular God, of course, but all of heaven, we are a delight to heaven already because we are children. It's understood we are in great limitation here, and that calls forth love and compassion from our Heavenly Father and all the host of heaven. Simple as that. So it is the Gita has it that, but most of all I love those blessed ones to whom 'tis life to live in single fervid faith and love unseeing, drinking the blessed Amrit of my being. Let me read to you this. It's from the 12th book. Now this is after the vision of God of chapter 11, the 11th book, which is an extraordinary vision of God by the Prince Arjuna, given by his charioteer, who is an avatar, if you like, an incarnation of God or an angel, whatever, who hateth naught of all which lives, living himself benign, compassionate from arrogance exempt from love of self, unchangeable by good or ill, patient, contented, firm in faith, mastering himself true to his word, seeking me heart and soul, vowed unto me, that man I love, who troubleth not his kind, and is not troubled by them, clear of wrath, living too high for gladness, grief or fear, that man I love, who dwelling quiet-eyed, stainless, serene, well-balanced, unperplexed, working with me yet from all works detached, that man I love, who fixed in faith on me, dotes upon none, scorns none, rejoices not and grieves not, letting good or evil hap light when it will, and when it will depart, that man I love, who unto friend and foe keeping an equal heart, with equal mind bears shame and glory, with an equal peace takes heat and cold, pleasure and pain, abides quit of desires, hears praise or calumny in passionless restraint, unmoved by each, linked by no ties to earth, steadfast in me, that man I love. But most of all I love those happy ones to whom 'tis life to live in single fervid faith and love unseeing, drinking the blessed amrit of my being. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Do you recognize it, dear one? I'll read it to you then, Matthew 18, Matthew 18:10. Take heed that you despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father, which is in heaven. Or, again, as the Gita puts it, but most of all I love, as blessed ones to whom 'tis life to live in single fervid faith and love, unseeing, drinking the blessed amrit of my being. You see, just to be with Mum was everything. It didn't matter what we were doing. I was with Mum. That's what counts. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.